This is exactly the spark the Dodgers needed. You don't expect to hear that, right? I've been called one of the most positive commentators for the Dodgers, and there you go. And this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly the spark the Dodgers needed. I can explain. I can explain all this and more. Dodgers Digest, welcome to it. Subscribe and like. Brad J with you. Let's get down to the stories first off. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean by this is exactly the spark the Dodgers needed? Well, when a guy's coming off a bench, he's newly put on the team and doesn't have a lot of MLB experience up with the show, is putting on a home run, is knocking one over the fence when the whole team's only getting 3 hits, that's a spark the Dodgers need. And plus, the other spark the Dodgers needed is getting guys back. Tanner Scott back yesterday, did not see any action in the game, but then you got Kopech coming back, and before the home series, you got Kike coming back. And who else do you got coming back? You also have Kim coming back too as well. So look at that. You could say what you will on that. You could agree, you could disagree, but this is a spark the Dodgers needed because it's good teams that respond back and get it done. When the chips are against the wall, and look, Snell had an amazing outing, but if you're gonna give up 2 runs, which is not bad at all, and you're only gonna have 3 hits, well, you're gonna lose games. And even though Snell pitched pretty darn awesome for the Dodgers, it did not help that they only got 3 hits. All right, let's talk about there's the standings right there. So you could say the Dodgers are doomed and the sky is falling and everything is over. That right there is what we're looking at, okay? 2 games left against the Padres, and that's it against the Padres for the rest of the season. Dodgers own the tiebreaker. So if it's a tiebreaker like it is right now at the end of the season, don't matter. Dodgers will have home field advantage for that. So that's how it's looking. Is that bad? No, look, you can't look at it that they're doomed. You still got to look at the team on paper. You still got to look at what the team's been doing, right? Well, let's get into hitting first off because that's something that's a sore subject after yesterday, except for Freeland. I mean, you got to give it up for Alex Freeland. Look, crushing one out there, getting his home run. And if that doesn't spark the other players, the top dogs on that team, like here's a guy with what, 60, maybe 57 at bats totally for the whole season. And here's a guy crushing one over the fence. So if you're the Dodgers, you need to look to that. That's a spark they needed to as well. So you got to look towards that. But Conforto, I mean, I don't know what else to say about Conforto. It's just that I don't know why Roberts put him in and gave him the start yesterday. Why isn't Call in, playing? I don't know why. Teo has been coming back, but then Teo chumped out in a few things last night, and just tough to see Roberts just line up de jour night after night. Look, and I don't really harsh on him too much, but when I feel like this one was one, stay with the guys that are hot, keep them playing, and good things will happen, and that's what the Dodgers need to do. All right, let's talk about pitching first off. All right. Snell, you got to give it up for Snell. He did give up 6 hits, but only 2 earned runs in 7 innings of action. You can't ask for more than that. I mean, yeah, you'd like to see him blanket no earned runs, but still, as a starting pitcher, that's insane. 1.97, that's his ERA. We have some of the best starting pitching in all of baseball, so you can't fault that. Enriquez, I love his velocity. Look, still scoreless, has not given up a run yet. I forget how many outings he had. But as far as that, look, there's good news. Did we tax the bullpen? No, we did not tax the bullpen last night. So that's good. You're going to have guys that are ready to go, and the bullpen getting better because you get Tanner Scott back. You also are going to get Kopech back. I think today is the day they get Kopech back. So no matter how you look at it, it's a 30-game season for the Dodgers. They got to take care of business on their own. The outcome's in their hands. So if you're the Dodgers and you look at all the all-stars on that team and what they're capable of doing, you've got to win. You've got to win series. And the Dodgers may drop the first one against the Pods, but you come back and win the next 2, you're +2 against the Pods. And that's what they're a better team. The Dodgers are still a better team. Not that the Padres are not a good team. The Dodgers still, I would say, player to player, matching them up, I still think is a better team no matter what. And our starting pitching is the best in baseball, no matter how you slide that. And this is the deal. Send a message. The Dodgers need to send a message in a big way and make it happen. Now, do you lay down and take it? It reminds me of an old boss of mine once told me in the restaurant business. He goes, Brad J, there's people that can let things happen, make things happen, or wonder what happened. What do you want to be with the Dodgers? You want to make things happen, and that is how you do it. You got to get to it, and you got to get to it tonight. That's what you got to do. That's the way it is. All right, let's talk about some good news for the Dodgers, shall we? Take a look at this. Okay, so here's recent hitting insights. And this is from a team that was stinking it up before this. So this is trending in the right direction, I guess that's what you would say. Racked up 14 home runs in the last 10 games. During the last 10 games, Dodgers slugging .416, 2.6 extra bases per outing over the past 10 outings. LA is averaging 8 hits per game and batting .245. All right, like to see that come up. Shohei leads LA with 3 home runs during the past 10 games. Batting .273, 6 RBIs over that span. Freeman is batting .300, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 3 walks in the past 10 games. You got Freeland stepping up, Call stepping up, Mookie back on, Pages hopefully going to get his rhythm going, and then Muncy coming back, Kim coming back, and Kike coming back. So you got to look at the bright side, right? There's going to be the bright side. There's going to be the downside to however you make it. And once again, if you're the Dodgers, you control your own destiny, and you got to make things happen. You got to win the series, right? Bradstradamus' prediction yesterday, I predicted that the Dodgers would sweep all 3 games. I was incorrect. The Dodgers dropped the first one 2-1. So Bradstradamus has got pretty much a 90% correct rate. So when I put on the Bradstradamus hat, usually I'm going to get stuff pretty much right. But this one, I was off. But, hey, I'll take 2 out of 3, and I know Dodger fans will take 2 out of 3 for sure. Because the perfect storm, I'm still standing by it with 30-some-odd games left. This is what the season's at. You control your destiny. You're getting all your players back. You have a strong starting lineup for pitching, all right? You have a bullpen that's getting stronger. You have hitters that are coming back. Come on. Is the glass freaking half full or half empty, Dodger fans? Sorry. Just lost it a little bit there. All right. Let's talk bullpen. All right, let's take a look at the bullpen. Here's what the bullpen is looking like. Look at that, right? Well, you look at that. Henriquez, he was the one who pitched yesterday, and that was it. Only one coming out. So you look at that. Tanner Scott, fresh. Kopech could be back tonight, fresh. Banda, fresh. Robleski, Dreyer, pretty fresh. Vesia, pretty fresh. Trinan, fresh. Look at that. So Dodgers bullpen, if they have to go to the bullpen, that's great. But you need to get to the bullpen by getting some hits. And that's what the Dodgers need to do. They need to get some hits. You can't expect to win games, even if your pitcher's lights out and gives up, 2 runs and he's lights out, and you muster up 3 hits. That's it. And a guy that you just faced, Darvish, not that long ago. So that was a stumble. Glad Freeland was able to spark the team and show, hey, look, I'm coming to play. All you all-stars, you guys come to play too as well. So that's how I'm feeling about that. All right, the matchup. Glasnow on the hill. Last 3 games, he's been solid. 2.55 ERA. Going against Nestor Cortez, a 4.20. Pause for a second. Hits allowed 13. Hits for Nestor, that's going to be 16. Strikeouts 23 for Glasnow and 14. These are the last 3 game stats for him. Glasnow overall is a 3.12, and Cortez the 5.87 overall. That is how they line up. So that's how it's looking. Perfect storm coming. We're getting all the guys back one by one. When Cincinnati comes into town, the Dodgers will have Kike back. The Dodgers will have Kim back. Kopech will be in full running order, and so will Scott. And then Muncy very close behind that. 30-game season, that's how you got to look at it. Bullpen getting stronger. You got to win the series. Props to Snell for going 7. You got to sit Conforto and let the young dudes play. Bring in Alex Call, and also bring in Freeland and make him continue to play as well. That's what you got to do to get the W, and that's what the Dodgers need to do to make it happen, right? Hey, that's going to do it. Dodgers Digest, Brad J. Always fun to be hanging out with you. Subscribe and like, and that'll do it, man. As you go through the day, as Dodgers take on the Padres, let's get the W. Let's win the series. Got to take the next 2, 1 game at a time, though. Dodgers versus Padres tonight. Brad J. signing off.